All right, everybody. We are live once again, and look at this. We got some quality, somewhat quality interference, or lack of, or shall I say, or should I say, we have transmission. We have transmission. We are able to transmit to you with the audio and the video, all at the same time in one package deal. And so hopefully that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So yeah, we just an update. We had with the last about a week plus, terrible buffering, audio not, you can't hear the audio, and I'm getting warning signs like, you're not transmitting, all that kind of good stuff. So it finally took someone to come out from the cable company to basically give me a new modem, is basically what they did, and maybe they did something else, I don't know. So we do look a lot better with that in mind. Now I have no more excuses, basically, and henceforth, yeah, no more. I have no more excuses. So, okay, which camera is which? Okay, this is the wild camera. Which one's the crappy? There's a camera that's not very clear. Let me just see. Is it that one? I can't tell now. Which one's the crummy far away shot? I think it's this shot. Okay, so I think our far away shot is no good. Let me see. It should be better, and it's not. So let's just double check what's going on with this. How do we do this? Let's go here. Open it up. What do we have for? Well, it says that it's pretty good quality. Who's giving me the bad quality? Someone's giving me bad quality. Let me just see what this one Festoon. Is it this guy? Let's just see what this guy's doing. What are you up to? No, you're good. You're good too. Let me see what this one is. Which one is that? You're good too. So which one's this? They're all. Oh, that's 800. That's no good. We need to go to 720, 1280. Okay, I don't know if that makes a difference. All right. Frames per second. Should we beef up the frames per second? I don't know. We can only do 30 on this. Okay, that's enough. We are broadcasting live. Okay, no one's in the chat room. That's fine. All right. Well, like I said, we're good to go. All right. You can see before me I have a large size painting that we're going to try to work on. Maybe. I did a smaller version of this, and when I did it, I thought I want to do a larger one. So here we are. Going to do just that. Maybe not today. We might not get to it to finish it all. Okay, so I kind of got an idea of what's going on here, and I may may succeed or I may not. Either way, we will make an attempt. Now, I did do some spray paint, and then subsequently I added some blue acrylic. So that's our kind of base start for this painting, and now we're going to go ahead and put some oil on top of this. And hopefully we can do it in a similar feel, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I do know. I have an idea. I have an inclination of what needs to be done. Let's just say that. But I'm quick to say I don't know, because I'm open to the idea that, hey, there's someone in the 1111 in the chat room. Good to see someone in the chat room. I thought we were talking to nobody there for a second there. So, but we are back live, coming at you for the most part. And just need to organize before we get going, I guess. I don't really need to get going or organize. Okay. But it's just it's a one of those things where you kind of start doing other things, procrastinating in a sense. There's a little procrastination factor going on. Okay. All right. Good beginnings. We're all ready to go. Nothing's going to stop me now. Let's add some paint. We're going to add some paint here. That's what we got to do. So, interesting dilemma I have here in a weird way, because I'm always thinking about, with the oil paint, you tend to want to think that you want to provide you do the darks and then you add the lights on top of the darks. But I think maybe in this case I'm going to concentrate on the light area first, and then go to the dark afterwards. So it's we're breaking the rules. No, I don't know. I'm not really breaking it. Okay, we're just gonna try it that way, I guess. I think that's a good example of how you don't really have to follow any particular rule. All right, so I'm going to go light, work on some yellows in this painting. Okay, so let's get some yellow here. I could use I'm tempted to keep using the acrylic. Yeah, tempted to do that. Would be kind of, why not kind of feel, you know? Now you got me thinking, maybe we should just do acrylic here on this. Stay with the acrylic and forget the oil. I could see that being the case, actually. You know what? Okay, change of plans. Let's go do acrylic. So now I gotta get my acrylic paints. Okay, so we don't know what we're doing here, obviously. Is that an underpainting? Like, what's that, Mark? Yeah, like with thin down paint, yeah. Okay, what does it say? It says something. What is my? Yeah, it says call Mr. Let's Paint. Oh, it doesn't give you my phone number. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Let me fix that. I don't know why it reverts back to that problem. Here, let me go back over here. and find out why that is the case. Okay, here we go. This is working. Now you should get the phone number and reference to the super chat stuff. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's Mark. It is a thin down paint, if you will, combination of spray paint and acrylic. And like I said, I was thinking I was going to jump right into the oils right now. And now I'm thinking maybe I should stay with the acrylics a little longer. I'm feeling like I should stay with the acrylics. Not sure the reasoning. I just feel like I should do that. Okay. Maybe because there's no, I guess I haven't figured out, like I don't know if I figured it out, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna discover or regret or feel. Let me go get my acrylic paints. I'll be right back. I guess I haven't figured out. Hello. I don't know if I figured it out. Who's this? Hi.
Hey, let's paint.
What's going on?
What's up?
Not much.
Let's. You're my hero, my man. I love watching you paint.
Okay, good.
What do we do?
I don't know. Paint. You can paint with me. You can paint with me. Paint with me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually ready on my canvas and everything.
All right. Well, good. Good. Paint with me now.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are we painting?
It's like some trees. It's kind of like it's an olive tree. It's kind of abstract in a weird way.
All right. Almost.
Okay. I got to go get my paints now. I'm gonna hang up. All right. Good talking to you.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks for the call.
Love you.
Love you too. Okay. Thanks for the call. Appreciate that call. That's a sweet call. Okay. Like that. Not that it has to be sweet or nothing. Okay. Let me get my paints and. Be right back. All right, I got my acrylics. Oh. Now I need to get some water. Let me get some water. Okay, we got the water now. Okay. All right. Yeah, I better just leave it down here, I guess. Would like to use that ledge. Let me see. Oh, I got a table. That'd be good. Let me just use this table. That's. Okay. We'll put you right here. Oh, come on. Don't crash on me. Okay, here we go. Good, 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 good. Now we can put the stuff up here. Now we can make our make the magic happen. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're back in business. And for at least for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and work with the acrylic. Is the idea. Okay, we're gonna get going here. or are we? I'm like procrastinating, I know. Okay, so I was gonna try to get the white, work the yellow area. Basically, it's again, it's a photo that I took of an olive tree, and as such, it has like a different layers. So we're gonna work the yellow the yellow layer first and foremost, and then we'll go from there. We'll just start adding the darks. So let's add some yellow here, blob of yellow, and we could use some white, maybe some yellow ochre, some greens even. We'll just open up our acrylics. Some brown, it looks like. I don't have the best brushes. I have like I have like really large brush, and then just kind of small. Maybe I have a brush in between. Let's see if we can find that. There's some blue. I don't know if we're going to need so much. There's some brown. Okay, we'll get going here. Oh, some orange. Nah, yellow ochre for sure. We'll open up some yellow ochre. Do that. There's some green. Get a little green going. There. Let's put. Oh, these are some greens too. Some other greens. All right. Let's just get this down here. Now I need to go over there to see if maybe there's a brush that I could make use of that would work for what I'm going to try to do here, because like I said, I kind of have a lame selection of brushes. Okay, let's see if I got a brush over here. Oh, that's kind of a big brush, not big enough, but it's better, a little bit bigger than. In fact, this one will work too. Okay, I found a couple that we can try to do stuff with. Okay, let's get my mic back on here. Sorry, I'm trying to send a super chat and it keeps freezing on me. Oh, well, I appreciate it. It's always nice. Even just, if everyone who watched this show you know, that enjoys it, and every once in a while throws in $1, it adds up. It adds up. So I don't know if you can do 50 cents, but try to send 50 cents. Okay. So I should maybe move this back even further so I can move this even back over more closer. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's get some paint going on here and try this out here. I'm going to go maybe on a mid-size brush here. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so paint's spreading everywhere. You gotta be careful with that, but kind of hitting the white. Well, that's gonna be okay, I guess. Tad bit of green too. That was actually green. Let's see if we get that green here. There's a little too much dribbling going on. That happens. Maybe if I put this, I'll put the, oh hey, we got a new member. Oh, thank you so much. Happy New Year's. Yeah. Got a new Let's Paint TV member. Look at that. Awesome. Got the disco ball going. Yeah. Okay. We're on getting going here. We're getting going. Is this too crazy having the camera moving around like this? I thought it might be kind of fun. I don't know. Might not be a good idea. Well, I appreciate it. You can always you can always not, always stop, stop paying the monthly thing, it's just like everything. I'm not offended one way or the other. I appreciate the donation, period. So we're just kind of focusing on the yellowy aspect here that we have, but I don't want to lose all maybe some of the initial fun that I had from the under painting, if you will. We want to keep the under painting somehow, if it's possible. I don't really know if we can. Do you guys like the camera moving around like that? I guess it's okay. It's not so bad. Kind of makes it a little more funner. Always, gotta have a little more fun, in life. What's nice about the working with the acrylic and watercolor, we've talked about this. It's you don't really have to worry. Well, you can worry all you want, but it's in the summer with all the heat. It's just it doesn't. You don't have to wear gloves, I don't think. Though maybe you probably could. Maybe you should actually. Okay, this kind of goes up here. I didn't catch that. Maybe you do need to wear gloves. I'm not. I always feel like you probably don't have to because it's acrylic, but maybe there's some issues there with that. You know what? I'm getting some dribbly stuff, so I'm not picky with the camera, and if you're right, that's what it's all about, experimenting, trying to. Well, I don't know, but does that mean you don't like the moving camera? Because it's not really necessary for me. I'm getting a little too much of the dribbles that I'm not sure I really wanted, so I'm just going to come back and try to catch some of it. We can maybe leave some, but that was not my. I'm not, thinking I wanted to have that necessarily be part of the. Or so much so. But having said that, we may end up just keeping it, or let it slide a little bit. Okay. Not sure. I'm not sure about anything. Obviously, it's going to be some kind of. Oh, it doesn't bother me, but I'm wondering, does it bother anyone? Because maybe it is kind of annoying. Sometimes I think that feeling as though you are. I think it's probably too much movement. I think what we can do though is we can put the camera in a different spot, like maybe here, more stationary. You like the camera? All right, well, we'll go. Okay, so someone says, Happy New Year, says he likes. Okay, all right, we'll just put it here then. We'll put it back. It's like a little mouse. It's like a little mouse. Anyway, it's nice to be back again, and literally it is nice to be interacting with you, because like I said, we were down for a whole solid week. I could not rely on the fact that maybe you guys were there, because you guys couldn't get me because of my feed was all buffered out. And so it's nice to it's really nice obviously to have the interaction. So. Okay, so if I go with this guy's there, there's some kind of stuff going on there. Let's get that going on. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. Don't have to make total sense, but we got some stuff going on. This, by the way, is a olive tree. Okay. If someone was wondering what kind of tree this is. We might want to just move over to the move on to the darker side of this. Actually, I'm kind of slowly doing that. I'm going to add in a little bit of yellow ochre to the yellow, and a little bit of green to go just a tad bit darker on this. It's okay. Too many dribbles is sometimes just a little much, but you know, you're gonna have them. You can't, a thing like this, there's a lot of, anyway, we're kind of, you know, always working with mistakes, basically. And it's good. It's a good thing. Okay, so there's this guy. Oh wait, kind of screwed that up. That's okay. It's okay. Oh. Yeah, let's give it a little more something. Kind of screwing this up. That's okay. It feels good though. It feels good. My decision. I feel like I made the right decision. No, I could have been using the oils right now, and I would have thought the same. That it was a good decision to use. Hey, all right, Miss Mo. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Got them disco ball going. Thank you very much. Yeah. Or maybe I should put the disco ball on me too. Like, because then I'm like totally connected to you all, you know. I don't know if that's gonna work along with this, but we're on to something maybe. Okay, that's not gonna work because it's in the way. Okay, it's too much. It's too much fun. We'll just put it back up here. Well, we could raise it though. We could raise it. Is there a way to put it on a? Why don't we put it up higher so that it would show better on the camera? Let's see if that cycles through correctly. Does that work? Not necessarily. Still not in the picture. Okay, let's go back to this idea. Though no, I can't. You know what? I can't do it because it has a limitation. That's a limitation. Okay, we'll just leave it there. All right. Okay, we're focusing on the yellow. And then we're going to go. Okay, there's this thing. Yeah. Wait a second. Okay, let's start bringing in some darker colors. I got some brown going. Let's see if I can get another. I guess this brown, this brown too would be a good color to try to introduce. Some raw sienna, no, burnt sienna, no, burnt sienna. I always get burnt sienna and raw sienna mixed up. It's always a combination of problems for me. You digging it, Miss Mo? Nice. I could show you the painting that we already did of the same idea, and it was a smaller painting. So I kind of know that I have that as a reference to go from. You know, yesterday we were doing the thing where we were painting about I was getting, I've been painting all these products and products that have corporate logos on it ultimately, and so finally, lo and behold, a company told me that I was infringing on their intellectual property, and it just made you realize, basically. It makes you realize it's not like I don't, I'm not, you could fight it, and you could make it your whole, make your career out of, and then I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because I got other stuff. Hey, I got other stuff to do, and this is a perfect example of something that is much more interesting than painting a freaking corporate logo product. But I just kind of like that stuff, and I shouldn't let it stop me necessarily. But I'm not. It's not something that I spend all my time on anyway. So what I'm trying to say is it's not my full focus anyway. I'm more interested in just doing a lot of different stuff. Sometimes you just got to look at what you got going on and what's exciting for you to paint. And so I'm always kind of I might be a little disjointed, but I keep going. For the most part, I keep going. Nevertheless, so it's definitely one of those kind of things. So I wouldn't. For me, this is much more exciting. But I was excited painting that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to rest my hat on that kind of work anyway. Ultimately, so. I think I've hit all the little areas that I think that I see the little spots of yellow. I kind of go back to it, but I don't kind of running out of things for the yellow. We're gonna keep that yellow. Look, we have some spray paint going on. We have some. The blue, we don't want to get rid of it. We don't want to paint it out. We want to leave a lot of that still there. So let's, maybe it's time to move on to the dark side. This guy goes something like this over here. Okay, that's like wasn't really there, but I guess I'm putting it there. That's okay. That's all right if it. I guess I'm kind of screwing it up a little bit. I screwed that up. That's all right. I think it felt like it needed to kind of go there. I had to go there a little bit. It looks like it needed to beef itself up. Just get a little more. Feels like there was too much of the blue everywhere. I'm eyeballing it. I'm not. We could graph it. We could graph this out and or even project it. Of course, I've never done that, so I wouldn't even know how to do it. Actually, I have grid stuff out. We've done that where you do a grid. It's meticulous in some regards. It's just a little time consuming, and actually all it takes is about 10 minutes to put a little grid, and then you put a grid on your drawing, and then you put a grid on your painting, and then you really can be a little closer to what the hell you're trying to do. I guess I just don't have the patience to even do that, frankly. All right, let's move on to the next color here. I think would be the next idea. Let me get a darker color too. Maybe some blue would be good. I have some browns, but let's introduce some some blue to the brown, and then we can get kind of a darker, maybe closer to a blacker feel. So let's add some blues here, some ultramarine blue. You're watching Let's Paint TV. Thanks again for watching. It's really exciting to have the live feed working again. As I said, we had a whole week where we were sucking, and it really just sucks your energy. Hey, what's up? Jared is in the room. Jared, what's going on, my friend? Okay, so now we're going to go to the next step here. We're going to move on to the darker side of things in this painting. Really, there's a lot to be said. You can famously artists will smoke cigarettes. Of course, I'm drinking a beer, which is kind of similar, but you smoke cigarettes and you just ponder and you stare at your painting for a long time. But there's a lot to be said about doing that. But you definitely want to go far away. You know what, this camera shot I don't think was really doing much good. So let's put it on it. Let's give it a different, do something else with this camera shot. I don't think it's really doing any good where it was. Maybe that's better. Okay. Just going all over the place. Okay, so yeah, so it's good to see what we're kind of up against. So it's good to walk away from what's going on. Did I mention I'm really enjoying the acrylic on here as opposed to the oil, because as much as I love oil, I really enjoy what the acrylic is and does, and the beauty of it is that it's not as messy. It doesn't, you don't need paint thinner and all that stuff, and it doesn't stink. So I like it for that. Okay, so having said that, let's move on to see if we can get some more colors going on. So we're going to work on the dark side. Though again, I don't want to lose all the lovely spray paint feel. So it's we got a little disjointed and in a weird way, and that's okay to be a little disjointed. Nothing wrong with being disjointed when it comes to painting. In fact, I think you're best to be disjointed when it comes to painting. You're more inclined to find or discover more wonderful scenarios in the process. Whereas when it's more methodical, then you are ultimately you resort to full on, sort of representational accuracy that may or may not be your what I don't know. Maybe that's fine though. That's you. If that's you, that's you. That makes you happy. That gives you your just desserts, your just rewards. Okay, so let's get back to the painting here. I'm just kind of hypothesizing, which is always fun. It takes a lot just to get the yellow on the canvas here. Did you saw it took me a whole hour just to do that. no, Nantucket says sometimes it's just best to be. Yes, it is. It's best to just be who you are. And but the thing is that we get confused, and I'm saying that not to say that I have somehow freed myself from being confused. I have not. I am just as guilty as everyone else out there in terms of being hoodwinked. Where's that term come from? Hoodwinked into thinking that you're supposed to do a particular way or go about doing things. We're all guilty of that, I think, in a weird way. It's hard to follow. It's kind of hard to follow your bliss, as Dr. David Dreyer used to say all the time. Okay. But maybe that's because you learn it from you discover you get it you discover this from going the multiple routes of possibilities. You can't discover yourself at the very beginning when it comes to art, and I don't think so. And I think it's to your advantage to maybe never discover or never know how to paint or never know what you're doing. Make that your that's your friend. That is your God. I wish I could use some straight up black. I don't think I can make a black, can I? Do I have a way to make a black? That is a faux pas, as they say in the art world. Oh, you know what I need is some green. If I mix some green with the ultramarine blue, that will be good, but I still need the why didn't I never get the alizarin crimson? Okay, those are my. Okay, but I do have this will have to do. This is I'm mixing the green with the ultramarine blue with the, what's that? Burnt sienna. It's kind of doing the job. It will be good enough. It's not a real. Maybe if I went a little more green and a little more blue. Let's give it a little more blue. That might do it. Let's give me a big blob of that. I might want to go crazy on that blue. That's okay. Okay. We went a little crazy on that, but that's okay. Oh, that's a nice. At least it's kind of. Let's see. What do we got? It's a lot better. Let's just say that. It's a lot better. It's kind of what we needed in a weird way. It's kind of the color that we wanted, I think. Maybe. It will do. It will do, my friends. It will do. Oh, that thing is kind of nice. Let's see what that does. We can always come back with the lights. Maybe. It's possible. Thank you. JSD Drasco. Thank you very much. So I don't know what that guy's doing. We're not going to worry about making it necessarily make total sense. We're just going to... Okay, let's clean that brush here. Let's maybe clean this brush a little bit here if we can. Because we're going to go to the darks. And that yellow is not necessarily doing us any favors mixing up. So let's see. I'm gonna give it some brown. Yeah, I should have got a big thing of black, or at least some alizarin crimson. I don't know why. Well, it's just another thing to put on the agenda. This guy's here. Maybe we need to go more bluish, get some more of that blue going. Okay, there's this thing. It's this beautiful. I might have went too dark on that. That's okay. That's all right. We can save it maybe. We'll save it maybe. There's always a save factor. Maybe. Let's just see what's going on from the back here. There's Seth. Seth's in here. Good to see you. Let's take a look at this from far away, see what we're getting into. Yeah. It's looking good. Maybe. Maybe we're going the wrong direction. That is definitely a possibility. What if we could get the camera to go? I don't know, I had it up there. That was kind of a cool place to put it. What if I put it up there? What if I put you up here? I could just hang you from up there. How about from up there? Yeah, like a little, like my cat that likes to hang out from way up. When did I start painting? When did I start painting? Yeah, my whole life, basically. Thank you, David. Yeah, shout out to Eric Andre, yes. If you had to choose one, wine or beer? Oh, man. You know, it's weird. I think deep down it's beer, only because I'm drinking it now. And the thing is, with beers, you can kind of go, you have all different, you can go, I guess wine, you can go white wine and actually wine, hey, you can go port, you can go into brandy. Brandy's almost a wine, right? No, I don't know. I go switch back and forth. But I would be probably happy with either one, frankly. It's not a one or the other. I'm indifferent to my preference. I tend to prefer beer when it's hot as opposed to wine. And then I prefer wine when it's cold. But I think that could be resolved by drinking, more so IPAs and stuff like that. Okay, I gotta be careful about losing all the beauty of this paint. See, that's where we are now. We're kind of, we got kind of a nice start, but now we're kind of in the process of losing the beauty of what we got going on, and I don't know if I have an answer for it, except for just learn from our experience and hopefully not screw it up maybe next time, because we screwed it up now. No, hopefully not. Hopefully that's not the case, but it's entirely possible. It could be. This could be just one of those things where you just go, this ain't happening. Okay. But that's all right. That's all right if it's not happening. If you're not feeling it, it's okay. Oh, yeah. We got another member. Kilimanjaro 28. Yes. Got the disco ball going and all. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining the club, becoming the member. Oh yeah, that's we got 2 members in a day. That's great. Live. That's a record. Hey, it's really, you know, I'll tell you what, it's really because the fact that we have live interaction. I lost you guys for a whole solid week there. I was like frustrated, and you just, you know, loses the fact that you feel, you know, you realize, you know, well, it's basically taping for everyone as opposed to just being live for everyone. Which is fine, but I'm more lately been in the mode to just being live and responding to being live as opposed to, you know, okay, I'm making a taped piece. Okay, we're gonna get to this side. We kind of neglected this side. Let's get this side. There we go. Yeah, we're setting records with the better internet, definitely, because we were not able to interact. We had no interaction ability for good solid week and a half. Not that, you know, before then we had anything really great going on, but that's beside the point. It's just this past week was a zero, you know. Okay, we need some more. Gotta get some more of these colors going here. Let's get some more blue. Blue and some green, I guess. We don't. Yeah, we need some alizarin crimson. We'll have to order some more, I guess. Let's get some of that green going on. That's all we got. That's all we got. And some of this brown. That will work. That will work. That's kind of lighter though. Let's see what it looks like from a distance. It's endless. It's endless. Endless possibilities. Yeah, decent internet speeds. I mean, I don't know, if you're how it is, how great it is necessarily, but it says it's doing a lot better, and I know it is. Though they had said that that it was resolved, but then yesterday it wasn't really that great. It was better, granted. Let's see if I can get some white on that. There's some little white on that. Oh, there's some white and yellow stuff there. I missed all that. Let's get some of that going. Coming back to some of that white. To go back to the cut over that, cut on top of that. Really could use some, really kind of hoping we can get a nice crisp dark color going on here, but I just don't know if I can do that. Oh, let's get some highlights on that. Maybe a little bit of the, we get some more green, orange going on there. Some color. Okay, it's looking promising, and yet it's a little maybe we're kind of at that, like, okay, we're a little overwhelming, or maybe I need to figure something out, or okay, let's I'll work on this side now. That's what I got to do. Work on this side. And actually, this guy is actually a lot bigger, and I didn't really have it right. So let's go ahead and bring it, at least if we can. Can I do this? I mean, we can always fix it, I guess, but it's a lot bigger, that guy. Let's make it bigger. Let's make you bigger. Now, I guess that would have been a better move had we gridded it out. I would have probably caught that. Maybe that's something for me to consider, you know, as much as I want to just jump in. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that, but I don't know. Part of me just does not want to do that. I just want to get some paint on the canvas and get it going. I don't do that little. I think the thing is that I think from experience, or not experience, but from history, I find that I tend to get a little too accurate when you enter that dimension. So I think I'm making the decision to just be the more free flowing approach. Uh-oh. It's dripping on me. Let's see if we can stop the drip. It's okay if it does, but maybe we don't want it to drip too much. Kilimanjaro wants maybe a maybe a predator. That's something we might want to consider at some point. I think you're right on that. I'm kind of staying more focused on just the kind of straight ahead beauty, if you will, of what we have in front of us, and that is the beauty of this this idea, in a way. Okay, it's dripping again. I'm gonna try to get some of that off if I can. I caught it a little bit. Whew. Okay, let me take a little break here. We're going to get another beer, and we'll be right back. Watching Let's Paint TV. We're going to go a little longer here, at least maybe till 9 o'clock, possibly. Okay. All right. Be right back. All right, we're back. Thanks again for hanging out. Mr. Let's Paint here. Hanging out with you at your disposal. At your disposal. More like garbage disposal. No. I used to listen to Life in Agony back in the day. Well, if you put a Predator in with a full camo, you wouldn't really be able to tell unless you knew better. Yes, that is true. You know, this kind of reminds me, not, you know, there's always you can always make a connection to somebody or in art. There's always someone had done something or something similar. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. If you're an artist, you would have, and you do experience that all the time, where someone goes, "Oh yeah, that looks like so and so's work." You know, like for that matter, you know, anytime I did any of those paintings of products, then it's, you know, it's pop art, and then it's Warhol. You know, it's like no matter what you do, there's always someone had done it already, and it's just like. And I used to paint. I've done still lifes of cakes. I've done a lot of still lifes. Anyway, things in front of me, I paint them, and so I've done, you know, my own, you know, pies and stuff. And so there's that guy. There's some famous artist that he's known for painting cakes. Wayne Thiebaud. And so they're just like, so the minute you do a painting of a piece of pie or cake, they're like, yeah, Wayne Thiebaud. Oh, that looks like Wayne Thiebaud. And then you're just like, fuck that, you know, like I'm not gonna play that game anymore, kind of thing. Or at least I feel that way, because I think maybe you as an artist want to try to be maybe unique to your operations, to who you are. And so I guess in some ways, I think they're thinking that that's a positive thing, but I sometimes think of that as a negative, basically, is what I'm saying. But it doesn't have to be. Anyway, getting back to this piece, now I'm feeling like this kind of reminds me of some Matisse cutouts. But, you know, again, how you go about it, how you come about it, how you come from it, how you get there is completely different than from whatever connection some, dare I say, idiot, but more so, not so much an idiot, but they just don't know. They're coming from a different part of a place, and so they're not privy to what you're up about, what you're doing, and what you're doing, and who you are, and so they're gonna screw up in terms of making those kind of analysis and how you go about it. And for that matter, the Thiebaud thing, you know, that guy is still around. He was he does those were technical drawings that were developed into paintings. They were not paintings painted from real life, which was what I was doing. Just turned out that they kind of looked similar. That's all. So, but no one cares about that. But in the end, you got to stick to your principles. And my principles was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. You know. All right, but it makes you not want to paint that stuff anymore. When you find out or all they say is, oh, Thiebaud. Though I suppose I might do another grouping of those just for the fun of it and stuff, because they are very it is kind of fun to paint. But okay, Mark says Charles Demuth, Watercolors of Fruit. Did you forget about Thiebaud? Well, he played. He's related to Tim Tebow. I don't think so, but I just threw that out there just for the hell of it. Okay. I don't think we're going to get this. Well, we're going to go a little further with this. I think we're going to have to work on this tomorrow, and then some. But ideally, we want to keep this fresh and not belabor it if possible. But it's entirely possible that we will get bogged down. I know that does find its way in my relationship to the painting process. It is I am no whatever. I don't what am I trying to say? Yeah, trying to feel this out. Feel this guy out. We kind of went back to the lights here. That's all right. And we're going to come back into the darker at some point here before we forget entirely what the hell's going on. Maybe just put some stuff up there. Happy New Year says, I think I'm done painting tonight. I don't want to ruin this canvas. That's an interesting point. Yes. I think that's always a fascinating way to look at art. Is, do you want to ruin the canvas? We're not there yet. I'm not there. We're still kind of setting this up. We have still set this up as a potential. There's still stuff that we need or feel that we could or can do. And so because of that, I have a can-do attitude. I'm learning some art history on this show. Did not either of those artists reference? I think you meant to say did not know. Oh yes, very good. Yeah, those are two. Oh man, Matisse and Thiebaud are T.H. Thiebaud, not Tim Tebow with just a T-E. It's T-H-E-I. It's more of a French, I think. Those two are giants. They're very well known as for their success, being successful artists and painters, in particular. They did a lot of wonderful paintings. If I had to choose one that I preferred, I think I'd be more of a Matisse, but that's just me. You shouldn't really have to pick favorites, but kind of introducing a little orange because it just feels like I should or could. Okay, let's move back in. Oh, I know. Wait a second. Endless. It's kind of has something's happening here. Well, the acrylic's kind of doing its thing. It's doing a little dry action that I don't think I've ever really figured out as much with the oil. I kind of always know what's going on with the oil when I put it down. The acrylic is just always kind of, maybe it's my approach to it and my lack of ability in terms of using it. It's always been sort of a foreign, kind of like a foreign language. It's like well, we just plug away. See, that guy should have been there. That's okay. That's all right. Just gonna go with it. Go with it. Just go with it. Hopefully it will make sense at the end here. We're hoping that that's the case. It may not. It may not. We might not have that. Might not be that fortunate at the end. Well, you know, Tebow is actually, I believe he's still hanging in there strong. I think he's like 90 something years old. Um, which would make you think that he probably didn't smoke that many cigarettes. I don't know. I don't know his vices. I'm not sure, I'm not really up on his vices. He wasn't doing like he wasn't making, you know, YouTube live videos. Though he was teaching for years, so you probably could interview some of his students. Then maybe they know what's going on. If that's, I'm sure there's a way to figure that out if that's that important. No, it's not. It's not the. You know, I was kind of wishing that I had a just straight out of the tube black, but the fact that I had to struggle to get the black to go to be black in my color, you know, I didn't really ever have a good way to make a good black. It's you know, that struggle is kind of good, kind of shows up, and maybe it's okay, maybe it's fine because of that. Okay, so I see what's going on here. I kind of screwed this area up, but that's okay. We're just gonna have to abstract. At some point, we're just gonna go chalk it up for abstraction here, I think. I'm open to that. Not that I am well versed in that idea of abstraction. Yeah, David Hockney still, I think, smokes weed, I think. He's a big weed smoker. You know who stopped smoking weed is, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Willie Nelson had to stop smoking weed. And, or at least that was, apparently that was, I heard that. And I think he's, you know, doing edibles and stuff. But, you know, when you get that old, I don't know if it's really, you know, so great to be smoking for your lungs. So I would imagine, you know, something like edibles and stuff would be better suited, maybe. Yeah, Willie Nelson. I saw that. I don't know how true that, you know, how true that is. I don't know. It might not be true at all. Okay, I still need to work on the left side some more here and get that give it the get that dark stuff going and all. Okay, let's do that. Let's do some of that. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yeah. But I think with the acrylic, for me, I treat it similar to the way I treat, or I think I'm aware of the water. It's a water medium, and because of that, I think I treat it very similar to watercolor. When you really, it's not necessarily the case, but I think I tend to give it that kind of feel. Oh, there's a big swath of color from some guy there. Give it boom. I don't know if that. Might have to rework this, but that's okay. Keep coming back to this side here. I need to really get over here. Let's get over here. Come on. Let's do this side here. This side has been neglected. I think it's because the paint is over here, you know. I need to move this over. That's what I got to do. Get the paint over here, and then I'll probably end up painting over here. Wyatt, thank you very much. Thank you. There's still plenty of time to screw it up, but we have a nice, you know, we have some form of, well, we're on to something here. I don't know if it's going to end, you know, it's not necessarily going to end nicely, but then again, maybe it shouldn't, you know. Do you want your paintings to be all nice? Maybe we don't want it that necessarily. Okay, so let's see here. You know, from this photo, I just realized I'm not sure if this is an upside down photo or right side up. Or to the side. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. Looking at this photo, which is, it's good. That's good. That's probably a good thing, frankly. Okay. Kind of would like to have some darker colors going on, but we're just not going to get that here today. Okay, let's knock that thing over this way. Huh. Uh oh, what was that? Oh, I see. I know what that is. I know what that is. Oh. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, I do. Wait a second. I do have a Lizerum Crimson. Can you believe that? I had it. Thanks for reminding me. Whoops, that's not what I want. There. I had it all along. Okay. You guys still there? We got, looks like we got 16 people. Hey, we're live, Let's Paint TV. Thanks again for hanging out. We're busy painting this painting and not sure where it's headed, but we have a good feeling that we can get closer and closer to having it resolved. Maybe, most likely, we'll work on it again tomorrow. Anyway, so we got a few more minutes here before we sign off, but thanks again for hanging out. We're going to definitely probably go to the 9 o'clock hour. Yeah, I just discovered I was complaining like, oh, I need Alizarin Crimson. I need some Alizarin Crimson. And I had it in front of my face. But I'll tell you what's interesting is that the way this, it says Alizarin Crimson, but it sure looks just like, it doesn't look like Alizarin Crimson to me. It looks like just like red. Yeah, it just looks like red. That's not Alizarin Crimson. I'm sorry. That might be kind of a darker red. Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll start introducing it here, but it is not terribly. It's not rich. Not dark enough. All right, so we're going to work on this side just a tad bit more, and then maybe we quit for today, and then maybe we can resolve it tomorrow. And I mean, part of me thinks I could just finish it now, which I really probably could. I think it's just because I started so late, and then because of that, then I get a burnout factor thing and stuff. So with that in mind, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to finish it today. We'll post an update. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Let's Paint TV. At Let's Paint TV. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? Good question. Okay, good question. Okay, got a little thrown off here. You guys still there? We got a few people watching. Good. Just remember, you guys are pushing me to paint. Not to say that I wouldn't be painting otherwise. It's nice to know that you guys are there, even though maybe you're not necessarily talking in the chat room or calling me. And I don't know why you call me, frankly. There's nothing really to call me about, but at least in our state, present state, it's not necessarily that interesting why you would call, but nevertheless, appreciate you guys kind of being at least at the very least I guess what do you call it, a fly on the wall at the very least. You guys are my flies on the wall. Okay. Okay, we're going to come back over on top and bring... Oh, let's introduce some of this alizarin crimson that's not really alizarin crimson. But it will make it a darker, give it a more cherry, maybe, quality. It's good. It's good. I feel it. I put some up there. We're gonna get some here. Yeah, I gave it a little more cherry. It's more of a cherry black. I like that. I think I like. Oh, Art Magic is house painted. Good. Good, good, good. Infrared painting. Kilimanjaro. Doing some. Okay, that guy goes way up there. It's all up there, isn't it? And then you kind of go like that. And then there's some little doodads. I don't even. Oh yeah, you like that? That's what you're doing there. And you got something going on like that. Again, we're going to try to keep some of the spray paint effect, even though it's kind of like, doesn't necessarily always make sense, but we're going to keep that going, that feel going. Might have to break it up a little bit. This one up here, yeah, you got something going on up there. Whoops. There you go. That's like boom. Uh-oh. Oh. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey. Another one bites the dust. Kind of the thing about a painting like this is that you really can't spend forever on it, but I think we definitely got another day at it. I don't think I'm going to belabor it much more than that. Just my my humble opinion, my take here. Again, back to the use of acrylic here as opposed to the oil. What's nice about it is that I can of course still go and bring in some oil. That's always a definite possibility. I may still throw that. That still could be an option. But what's really nice about this is it's sort of an instant thing going on here, and it's really quite nice. I say. I do say. Okay, let's move on to the dark stuff. I'm kind of still going back and forth with that light stuff. That should have been dark. There you go, that's dark. Oh. Yeah. What's up, D Mario? Okay, we're not going to solve this tonight, but we're getting close to doing. We're getting close to it, I guess. Is the answer? Would be the answer. Anyway, we're still kind of messing with this side. We figure this out, and it's not going to be. This is not. Well, it's not rocket science, that's for sure. But we're not like. We don't have it all figured out, and we will never have it all figured out. There's a lot of innuendos in what's going on here. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's a good thing, as they say. I just threw that in there. I didn't really, it's like, that wasn't even there. Put that in there, It's all right, though. It's gonna be okay. Gonna be okay, man. Gonna be all right. Richard's been watching since 2005. Nice. What were you wiping it with before? Maybe paper towels. I always use paper towels when I switch my brush, when I maybe cross over colors. Yeah, paper towels. I tend to use paper towels. Maybe not the most PC thing, but that's what I do use predominantly. Okay, that's not right. It's okay though. It's okay that it's not right. We'll make it work. I think we're gonna revisit this anyway. What's going on here? I'm just discovering new stuff. Like I totally missed. Yeah. We missed this. That's okay though. Well, we still got time to fix it or not, and it's okay one way or the other. It really is. Guess I got this. Okay. Paint a frog on a leaf. Yeah, you could put a frog there, huh? You know, I've been looking up at trees and stuff, and I saw a squirrel. And I was going to take a picture, and then I pulled out my phone, and then boom, it left, the squirrel. But it was right there for me to paint. Well, I think that's going to be it here. We're going to, let me put this, I'm going to clean my brushes here. We're going to call it for now. I'm going to post this pictures up on Instagram, WIP, hashtag WIP, to see the ongoing progress. But we're going to try to resolve this tomorrow here on Let's Paint TV. Special thanks to our new members at Let's Paint TV, Kilimanjaro, and happy birthday. And also for our lovely super chat from Miss Mo. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm just going to kind of clean up my acrylics. Now, the one thing with acrylic is that it will dry, and so any acrylic that you put out there on your palette, it's going to dry, unless there was an old trick we used to do back in art school where you would put your acrylic paint in the refrigerator, and you would soak a paper towel first, get it wet, and then put it on top of the acrylic. I believe that's how we did it. I think. I could be wrong, of course, though I think that's how we did it. And that somehow kept the acrylic that you put out, you know, because it's not, you know, back in the days we would buy Liquitex from out of a tube, and it like this is, and it just seemed very wasteful. Like you would put out the paint, and then, you know, it's like it dries out on you because you didn't use it all. But you're better off. There's a lot of waste, I think, or there can be, when it comes to painting, and you just can't let that get to you too much. If you do, then maybe, well, of course there's digital painting, which that's a whole another game that maybe you might want to consider. Then get into that digital painting stuff. Now, we could possibly get into doing oil on top of this, and I'm inclined to do that, and then at the same time I'm not, and so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can, you know, if I might. I'm looking at it now, and I think I could do some oil on top of this. Okay, well, I'll have to sleep on it. I can't really guarantee one way or the other. It's kind of nice just working, like I said, with the acrylic. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, that was it for us here tonight. Thanks again for hanging out. We had some ups, we had some downs, but overall it was a wonderful time hanging out, I believe, and I enjoy reading your chats, and you put me in good spirits, along with this lovely Angel City IPA that I had. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye bye, guys. I'll post a picture up on Instagram at Let's Paint TV right now. Okay.